The always dangerous Adam Cecere gets Penn State started here as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Nittany Lions trailing the Wildcats 4-1, looking for their first series win against Northwestern since 2016. And probably the right guy coming to the plate here against Kyle Pothoff. Pothoff has been sensational here for Northwestern, limiting a hot Penn State offense to just one run through its first three trips to the plate.
He has been fantastic, working with a lot of confidence and locating his pitches well.
Cecere with the open left side tries to drop a bunt down. Penn State needing some base runners here. 4 hits so far. JT Marr grounding into an inning-ending double play back in the third. Cecere ripped a double to right center off the fence his first time up today.
Cecere's tried that bunt twice now this weekend.
Squares here, and the left side wide open. Pothoff off the mound quickly, but he won't have a play to get the speedy Cecere. Cecere, who is a 3-sport standout in high school, probably could have played either baseball, basketball, or football collegiately, is a great athlete. And here he sets the table for this fourth.
He's kind of menacing when he stands into that batter's box. He's got a really good sized frame. I mean, he's got pro athlete written all over him, and at that time just being really smart with the infield wide open on the left side. Pothoff never had a chance.
A couple of hits here for Cecere today, and that brings up Bryce Molinaro. Usually it's Penn State, at least during this recent stretch, riding the long ball for their offensive success. Teams are even with 5 hits each here in the ballgame. Molinaro, a strikeout victim against Pothoff his first time up. Pothoff victimized Molinaro with high fastballs. Nibbles inside and falls behind.
Molinaro's seen a ton of first pitch breakers this weekend, which is an interesting approach because he's shown the ability to really get on top of those.
Molinaro, a transfer from St. John's. Takes strike one, counts 2-1. He's from Hazleton Area High School, about 2 hours east of Happy Valley. Look at the body language there from Pothoff. Laboring a little bit, it seems, for the first time today. This will be his 40th pitch of the game. Foul?
The pitch count is in great shape right now, so certainly no reason for him to have any worry about getting through this inning, but maybe feeling a little bothered with a good runner like Cecere at first base and a couple of powerful bats coming up in the lineup.
Yeah, really, with the exception of that first inning, has not been forced to throw high-leverage pitches out of the stretch. Cecere, with that speed, does go, and Molinaro fouls it back.
A good protection swing there from Molinaro on a pitch outside.
And we've seen Penn State aggressive on the base paths, looking to make teams. They're putting pressure on teams. 3-2, no outs. Let's see if they start Cecere again. They do, and it's bounced to the right side. Penn State stays out of the double play. McElpatrick bats it down and gets Molinaro at first. That's why you start the runner there in a 3-2 count with Molinaro up.
Absolutely is, and Cecere got a good jump as well. He probably could have had a stolen base there if not for a 3-2 count with Molinaro swinging.
So he's in scoring position here for Grant Norris. Somerset, Pennsylvania native. Began his collegiate career at Duke. Norris entered the day today with a hit in 5 of his last 6. He's 9 for his last 25 at the plate, and a lot of those swings resulting in extra bases for Grant Norris. He grounded out to the third baseman, Bianchina, his first time at the plate today.
His OPS looks great right now, up at 869, well above usually your average number.
Well, it's that guy out there on second base, Cecere, who's second in the Big Ten in OPS coming into the day. Penn State up and down its lineup with many players ranking in the top 10 to top 15 in the Big Ten in offensive categories overall and in league play this season. Norris takes the 1-1 outside.
And for Norris, that's the important thing, too, because his average is not going to be up there around 300 like some of the guys in this lineup. He's at 268 right now, but as long as he is hitting for power like that, he is a bat that Mike Gambino wants in the lineup.
And he is a great athlete like Cecere. And he drills the 2-1 high and deep to center field. Arnone at the fence looking up. It is out of here. Grant Norris goes deep. A 2-run shot.
Great timing for us to be talking about the slug in Grant Norris's bat, because he just absolutely crushes that one. I mean, that was high up in the air. I thought maybe he hit it high enough that it wasn't going to end up getting out, but he certainly did get all of it right over our camera well out there in center field with the pitch clock.
7th of the year for Grant Norris, and just like that, a 4-3 game, and there is that long ball for the Penn State offense.
Yeah, perfect timing, and the second time this weekend that Grant Norris has gone out to straightaway center. There is some extreme power in his bat.
Kevin Michaels was robbed of extra bases by Preston Knott, the left fielder, his first time at the plate today. There is power up and down the Penn State lineup. Michaels in an 0-2 hole as Potoff comes right back with a good fastball at the knees.
The official numbers for that long home run on Grant Norris: 106 miles per hour off the bat, 436 feet.
Michaels looks at the breaking ball. Now that is an impressive swing for Grant Norris. His second home run of the weekend, his second long home run to straightaway center field. There's just not areas for pitchers to breathe going against this Penn State offense. Michaels with a good at-bat here. Top to bottom in the lineup, you have to be careful about how you approach each of these Penn State hitters.
It's a rarity in college baseball, to be honest with you, for teams to be so well put together 1 through 9, and especially with the type of pop that Penn State has 1 through 9.
It's now a 4-3 game. Michaels going to hit a fair ball down the third baseline, and Bianchina handles it well once again. And a lot going on there with the base right in the path of Bianchina making the play, and he gets Michaels all the way across the diamond.
The second really good play we've seen from Bianchina moving to his arm side today. Just really calm, cool, and collected over there at third base. Didn't want any issues with that ball potentially rolling foul. It wasn't going to, and he made the run at it right away.
Taven Kelly had a double his first time at the plate. Right down the chute, takes strike one. So that time you do have Potoff working ahead with the fastball. Now, we talked about the extra base hits. 7 of Penn State's 13 hits last night for extra bases. Already 4 extra base hits among their 6 knocks here today. Kelly with one of those today, going into the gap in right center field his first time at the plate. Knocks it foul at the dish.
And giving up extra bases really has not been an issue this season for Kyle Potoff. He did give up 2 home runs against Nebraska last weekend, but just one other one outside of that before that long Grant Norris home run.
Potoff misses up and away with another fastball. That's been his go-to out pitch here in the game. Count 2-2 here on Taven Kelly. Bases empty with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 4th, Penn State a pair of runs on the 2-run shot to center from Grant Norris. And Kelly works the count full.
They pulled that slider really hard on his glove side. It's interesting. We saw him missing arm side to a lot of the lefties, and now this time glove side to a righty.
It's the case as Kelly works the walk. The strikeout numbers have come down for Taven Kelly.
They have.
Which you would soon think the offensive numbers will grow with that.
You stole the words right out of my mouth, to be honest with you, because Taven Kelly is a guy who we've watched through his whole career here at Penn State. There's always been pop in the bat. The speed on the bases is really impressive. The defense is really impressive. The thing holding him back has always been the strikeout numbers, and this year he really has made a conscious effort with them.
Kyle Hannon hooks it deep but foul. And that's the thing, when you see Kelly working at bat like that, stay alive, take some good pitches there despite a 2-strike count, that's an indication that he's seeing the ball well.
There's been some mix and match in the outfield for Mike Gambino, trying to figure out.
Hannon with Kelly off. Kelly will easily go first to third with Freeman on that quickly on one hop, and Kyle Hannon has his first hit. So the bottom of the Penn State lineup now looking to tie this up or maybe even take the lead here in the 4th. Back-to-back base runners with 2 outs.
Kyle doing a great job of getting on top of that high fastball, but to finish the point that we were saying, there was some mix and match in the Penn State outfield to start this year. Taven Kelly's ability to knock those strikeout numbers down has really solidified him as an everyday man out in center or even left field for Mike Gambino.
So Northwestern here sensing trouble. Penn State within one, and it's come rather quickly here in the inning. 7 hits now already for Penn State. The Wildcats, not only a mound visit here coming for Northwestern, but action brewing in the Wildcat bullpen down the left field line.
Jack Dyke, who we saw yesterday as well, pitch against Penn State. Went an inning with a hit and did not give up any runs.
Ben Kaiser out to make that mound visit as Dyke continues to warm in a hurry down there in the Wildcat bullpen. Big right-hander. Matt McClure was the big story yesterday for the Wildcats pitching staff.
He sure was.
Exceptional in relief of Nolan Moore. Gave Northwestern 5 1/3. On a Friday, that's a great tone setter despite the loss for a series for a pitching staff that has had a rough go of it here in 2024.
Yeah, it's not the way that Ben Greenspan thought it was going to go, but he essentially ended up with an opener strategy to start that game.
Jakonski hit by that inside pitch, so that will load the bases for Bobby Marsh. And Penn State now with 2 in scoring position in the bags full. A base hit could give Penn State the lead just like that here in the 4th.
Yeah, certainly a dangerous guy to put on the bases for his speed, number one. And Bobby Marsh, we keep saying it, how good he has been in clutch situations so far this year. He's hitting .391 with runners on, .387 with runners in scoring position, and .367 with 2 outs in the inning. This is a guy who is really dangerous with the game in a big spot.
Greenspan going to stick with Pothoff. Penn State 13 for 28 as a team with the bases loaded, and Marsh takes outside.
And Pothoff has worked really hard to hit the outside part of the plate against lefties. Even if he locates that, Bobby has to be willing to go the other way.
Kelly at third, Hannon at second, Jakonski at first. And again, Marsh takes outside. So now a 2-0 count to Bobby Marsh here with the bases loaded in the 4th.
And that pitch didn't miss by a whole lot, but now is the chance for Bobby to really try to get into something.
Shift is on to the right side. Shortstop Livermore up the middle. Marsh with a great hack there at the 2-0.
Yeah, that was a big swing. That could have been dangerous for Kyle Pothoff. Bobby saw that ball well, just missed it a little bit.
With the pull hitter up at the plate. I know we said power to all fields, but anything on the ground's typically to the right side. Northwestern not holding the runner at first close. And Marsh takes the 2-1 low. There's nowhere to put Bobby Marsh. Kelly represents the potential tying run here in the inning, but Penn State hoping for more with 2 outs and Marsh at the plate. 3-1 is fouled away at the dish.
Really good pitch from Kyle Pothoff to go down in the zone and just make a pitch in a hitter's count that Bobby's not going to be able to do a lot with.
Well, a 3-2 count, so the runners will be off here. A hit should easily give Penn State the lead. Already 2 across here in the inning on the 2-run shot from Norris. 3-2, Marsh rolls it to the right side. It will be backhanded and misplayed by McElpatrick. And Penn State scores 2 on the play to take a 5-4 lead.
Well, we mentioned the last time Bobby Marsh got on base with a ground ball up the middle, the way Northwestern was shifting him was a little bit interesting. They do not have the shortstop over by second base. Meanwhile, the second baseman, McElpatrick, really deep in right field. It means nobody was there to get a soft grounder off of the bat of Bobby Marsh, and 2 runs come around to score.
Kyle Hannon scoring the go-ahead run. McElpatrick and the Wildcats seeing their lead slip here in the 4th. A 5-4 Penn State advantage. And it's a 2-run single for Bobby Marsh. And now JT Marr. See if Greenspan continues to stick with Pothoff here. Dyke should be ready to go by now in the Northwestern bullpen. Wasn't a bad pitch, not hard contact from Marsh, but he found the right spot there on the vacant infield.
And 2 times in a row as well. I've never really seen a team shift a guy like that, where kind of half your infield is shifted and half isn't, and it came back to bite him twice.
A drive down the line to the corner, but foul. Not by much there for JT Marr. Penn State a 5-4 lead, 8 hits. And JT Marr not a part of that today, not a factor so far.
Yeah, that's pretty shocking, something you're not usually ready to say, and which maybe makes Kyle Pothoff a little bit nervous facing him right now.
He's the 9th man to bat here in the inning. Another big inning for Penn State's offense. 4 runs across in the frame.
Surprised to see Pothoff see Marr for a 3rd time as well.
Strikeout, grounded into a double play. This time lays off the outside breaking ball. See some light stretching in the Penn State bullpen there behind the right-hander Pothoff. But right now, Jaden Henline will go back to work in the 5th with the lead. The question is, how big will that lead be? On a line to right, Freeman adjusts and makes the play. A loud out from Marr, but Penn State, the damage done here in this 4th. A 5-4 Nittany Lion lead through 4. 4 runs in the inning. Freeman makes the final out, but Grant Norris, a 2-run shot to center, got it all started, and Penn State with their hot offense on track here at home.